Good morning, students. So let me continue with your 19th problem. We have another one problem to finish your chapter. I'm so happy that we are finishing your chapter because it is a very long chapter. I want everybody to practice every day, but once you understand your cost sheet, you will enjoy working out your problems, I'm telling you. Okay, so from the following trading and profit and loss account, calculate your cost sheet. What you have to find out your prime cost, works cost, total cost and profit. Yes, this is your trading profit and loss account. From this trading profit and loss account, you have to find out your cost sheet. How do you do that? First thing, cost of material will go directly to direct material. Direct wages, manufacturing expenses. Now it is also called as factory overhead and works overhead. Rent will go to office and administration overhead. Please remember, if it says factory rent, it will go to factory. However, rent, rate, insurance, everything will be taken care by the office. So general expenses will go to office and administration. Selling expenses, selling and distribution. Management salaries, office and administration. Goodwill written off is a financial item. Okay, so coming this side, it is sales is selling price. Rent received, it is a financial item. Profit on sale, again it is a financial item. Okay, now what you have to do, cost sheet. For this particular problem, there is no units and per unit. That is because there is no such units produced is given in this particular problem. Okay. So you will use your direct material. You will write the amount directly in your total column. Direct wages, prime cost. Factory overhead, 25,000. You will have the total which is called as works cost. You will write office and administration overhead. Write these three items. Write these three items total only in the outer column. Inner column the adjustments. You will have production cost. You will have selling and distribution overhead. You will write the amount. You will have total cost. In this particular problem, sales is given, so you can find out whether it is a profit or a loss. It is the same way the next problem. Following is the profit and loss account. Okay, you have given the materials which will go to direct material. Sales will be the selling price. Okay, wages will be your direct wages. Works expenses, it is your factory overhead. Administration expenses, it is your office and administration. Selling expenses is selling and distribution overhead. So closing stock they have given. So closing stock usually it is deducted. Finished goods is given. So finished goods 18,000. Only the amount is given. The value is not given. So what you have to do? You have to calculate the value. Okay. So it is 18,000 it says. So it is taken after cost of production. Work in progress. Yes, you have to be careful. Work in progress means you have to take it under your factory overhead, but materials will be taken under your material, direct material. Labor under your direct wages. Works expenses under your factory overhead will be deducted. Okay, now in this particular problem 6,000 units were produced. Okay, that is the units of which is produced is given, so 6,000 will be the output. 4,800 units were sold. That means, what does it mean? The sales is 4,800. That means 6,000, I will write here, 6,000 minus 4,800 gives you 5,200. This 1,200 will be your finished goods closing stock units. Okay, And it says in the cost books, works expenses are absorbed at rupees 3 per unit. What they're telling, works expenses is being observed at rupees 3 per unit. Okay, please understand, in cost books. This is the financial. In cost book, you cannot find any trading profit and loss account, correct? This is the financial item. If this particular para was not given, you were taking these values. However, because in this particular problem this value is given, then you have to consider first preference should be given to this paragraph, whatever information. Okay, so let me tell you again. In cost books means cost sheet. Works expenses are absorbed at 3 rupees per unit. That means this factory overhead of 24,000 should not be taken because this is the financial data. In cost data, we have to take this 3 rupees per unit. 3 rupees into 6,000. Okay, I will tell you. Listen here. Works expenses, that is factory overhead, 6,000 into 300. Okay. This is the answer. 6,000, 6 threes are 18. So 1,800. Next is administration expenses at 1.50. So administration again 6,000 into 1.50. Selling expenses is at rupees 2 per unit. Selling expenses at rupees 2 per unit. So selling expenses 4,800 into 2. Prepare the statement and find the profit. Okay. Here, please remember, direct material, direct wages information is not given. It is only your works expenses, administration expenses, and selling expenses. For the information which is not given, you will depend on this data. For the information which is given, only you will depend on this data. Okay, now, anyways, your output is known, which is 6,000 units. So, cost of material, it is again from your profit and loss account, which is 48,000. You will deduct your work in progress material, which is 3,000. Work in progress material, which is 3,000. Please do not get confused with closing stock of work in progress material. Okay, which is 3,000. Write the amount outside. Wages, it is not given in your cost sheet data. 36,000 will be taken. And there is a closing stock of work in progress for labor, which is 1,800, which should be deducted. So you will write it here. And you will have the prime cost. Coming here, works expenses, that is factory overhead. They're given 6,000 units into 3 rupees. Why are we adding 1,200? That is because this particular expenses that does not include your closing stock, which is 1,200. That's the only reason we are adding this 1,200. So when we deduct your closing stock of work in progress, then you will have 18,000. Then you have works cost. Administration expenses, which is 6,000 into, they've given 1.50. So 1.50, you will have your administration, you will have your production cost. You have to deduct your closing stock of finished goods. In this, you have found out that is 1,200 units is finished goods closing stock units. So what is the amount you will get into the cost of production unit? Sorry, per unit. When you multiply, you will have this particular data. From this, you will have your production cost of goods sold. So your selling expenses, they have told you it is at 2 rupees per unit. So it is 9,600. So total cost is, this is the amount. So because the sales is given, because it says 96,000. So sales is 96,000. You will check whether there is a profit or a loss. So here you will finish your first chapter. So students, hopefully you understood this particular problem. The only thing you have to remember is here the works overhead, which is very, very important. Because you have to add your 1,200 here because it does not include it. Okay? Yes. So students, in today's class, we are finishing your for chapter 3. Okay? So first chapter, I've already given you the notes. That is your assignment. And your second chapter also, it is a theory, which will be an assignment also. I will send that particular notes very shortly. I want you to finish your notes completed and submit it. You have to submit on the 12th of November, which is on Thursday, which will, you can come from 10 o'clock. I'll be there. Yes, students. So hopefully you all understood the chapter. Try hard, work out a lot. Once you understand your cost sheet, you will love doing your cost paper. I'm telling you. Okay. So thank you, students. Have a great day.